Hi everyone, my name is Prateek and today I am excited to share my literature review presentation on the topic how training and development investment affects innovation in small businesses. This topic is incredibly timely. In an age of rapid technological change and market disruption, innovation is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And for small businesses which often operate with limited resources, innovation can't always come from labs or big R&D budgets. One of the most powerful sources of innovation lies in their own teams, and that's where training and development comes in. Let us begin with a basic understanding of the context. Small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, account for a large share of economic activity in most countries. They are also known for their agility and adaptability, but they often struggle with scaling innovation due to constraints in funding, staff, and access to technology. This is where training and development, often abbreviated as T&D, becomes relevant. T&D refers to planned efforts by an organization to increase the employee's ability to contribute to organizational goals. Let us also consider that innovation isn't only about new inventions. In small businesses, it often takes the form of service improvements, better internal processes, and responding more creatively to customer needs. Employees are often the ones who drive these changes, which makes the case of equipping them with right skills even stronger. So, why does training matter so much for innovation? There are several key theories that provide the answer. First one is the human capital theory, which was introduced by Gary Becker in 1964. This theory treats skills and knowledge as economic assets. In practical terms, when firms invest in their people, whether through technical upskilling or creative workshops, they are actually investing in their future capacity to innovate. Then we have the resource-based view, or RBV, from Barney. It sees people not as costs but as potential sources of sustained economic advantage. Especially in SMEs, a well-trained employee can be a reason why the small firm punches above its weight in the market. These theories are not just abstract ideas. They have been tested in multiple studies. In fact, research by the OECD, that is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, shows that countries investing more in workforce development also tend to rank higher in innovation indexes. Let us now shift to what training looks like in actual small business environments. Unlike big corporations, SMEs don't usually have extensive training departments or large training budgets. Instead, they adopt more flexible and low cost and also often informal training methods. These include mentoring, cross training among teams, and learning through projects and external workshops. Interestingly, research shows that the informal learning can be just as effective and sometimes more applicable because its direct relevance is to real tasks. SMEs also benefit from the flexible structures which allow new skills or ideas to be implemented quickly without lengthy approval processes. Let us now explore the real-world data that supports these ideas. In Germany, a study by Borenchoster and colleagues in 2009 showed that the firms with continuous training programs were significantly more likely to introduce innovations. In Canada, Benjamin Dousty in 2018 found a strong link between employee training and both product and process innovation. Notably, he emphasized on the importance of on-the-job training. In transition economies, Biscioni et al. Used World Bank data across 27 countries and concluded that even the low-cost training programs positively influenced innovation rates. A broader meta-analysis by European Commission found that 70% of SMEs that introduced innovation had also made recent investments in workforce training. This shows the trend holds globally. Coming to the positive impacts of training, what are the tangible benefits? Training boosts both incremental and radical innovation. It gives employees confidence to take initiative and think beyond their job descriptions. For example, some firms that increased their training investment reported up to 12% faster product development cycles and stronger customer satisfaction ratings. These aren't just abstract benefits, they are tied directly to business success. One of the most compelling insights is that the firms that trained employees even during the economic downtowns recovered faster and were more innovative post-crisis. The effect of training on innovation isn't guaranteed. It depends on a few conditions. Let us now discuss about those conditions. First one is strategic alignment. Training is more impactful when it's tailored to support the company's innovation strategy. For instance, digital skill training is useful only if the firm is trying to digitalize its services. Second, leadership support is crucial. Employees must feel encouraged to apply their new skills. Innovation flourishes in a culture that rewards experimentation, even if failure is a part of the process. Another important factor is how training is delivered. Interactive, team-based methods such as the simulations or project-based learning tend to produce better innovation outcomes compared to passive lecture style formats. To summarize, training and development plays an important role in the innovation journey of small businesses. It equips employees with tools, skills, and confidence to challenge the status quo and drive new ideas. But to unlock its full potential, training must be linked to strategic goals, supported by leadership, and embedded with a culture of learning. Firms that do this consistently are more resilient, adaptive, and better positioned to compete in an increasingly knowledge driven economy. Before I close, let me highlight a few areas where further research is needed. First, we need more long term studies that follow the effects of training on innovation over time. Does the impact fade, grow, or plateau? Second, as remote and hybrid work become more common, we need to explore how digital training formats like online courses or AI guided learning influence innovation. Third, the cultural context matters. What works in Canada may or may not work in Brazil or in India. So, cross cultural studies are the key. Finally, we should examine how training interacts with other HRM practices like team-based incentives or innovation grants to better understand synergy effects. This brings us to the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Thank you.